maybe I'm being a bit harsh, but at certain angles, the Hyatt Regency Kuantan Resort kinda looks like an army barracks. Let me explain. This is a photo of the Basic Military Training Center, or BMTC, in Pulau Tekong, Singapore. And this is the facade of the Hyatt Regency Kuantan. The photo of the BMTC could easily be mistaken as the aerial view of the Hyatt Regency. Fortunately, the overall experience at Hyatt Regency Kuantan is decidedly worlds apart from the experience of staying in an army barracks. It's a 5-star hotel built on the edge of arguably the most picturesque beach in Kuantan, Teluk Cempedak Beach. Staying at this hotel is likely to put a bit of stress on your wallet, especially if you are used to budget, value-for-money accommodation like the Timber Bay seafront residence. Our room here, the King Deluxe, cost us a cool 140 Singapore dollars for one night, which, by the way, is more than twice as expensive as Timber Bay, and even at that price, breakfast wasn't included. We would have had to fork out an additional 25 Singapore dollars per person for the privilege of breakfast at this hotel. That would have added an additional $50 to our bill, making it $190 for one night here. So, is a stay at the Hyatt Regency Kuantan Resort worth what you'd pay for it? Let me start from the beginning when we first arrived at this hotel, and you can decide for yourself. Hyatt Regency is kind of located in its own cozy little corner of Kuantan with a few cafes and restaurants nearby, including McDonald's, KFC, and Starbucks, which you'll pass by on the way to the hotel. When we arrived at the hotel lobby to check in, it didn't seem particularly busy, but no one from the hotel came forward to help us unload our luggage until we asked for their assistance. Anyway, the hotel lobby is open air and quite spacious. Check-in was smooth and fuss-free. Welcome drinks and cold face towels are provided for newly arrived guests, which was nice. We also received this handy little postcard detailing the various amenities available here. A quick note to drivers: parking is free. All you have to do is validate your touch and go card at the hotel reception before you exit the car park. But once again, like the Swiss Garden Beach Resort, the car park here is not sheltered, so expect your car to heat up like the inside of an oven if you leave it parked there during the day. Anyway, as soon as we were done with our check-in, we headed to our room, which is in this other building here. We took the lift up to level 3 where our room was, and as we walked down the passageway, which is not air-conditioned, I could not shake off the nagging feeling of how much it looks and feels like my old army barracks. Fortunately, the room itself neither looked nor felt like the inside of an army barracks, but it also didn't look and feel quite like a 5-star hotel room either. I don't want to use the word bare bones to describe it, but I'm tempted to. Here's the king bed. The mattress was a little towards the firm side, but still comfortable enough. The night lamps on either side of the bed are, for some reason, of different shapes. And one's a standing lamp, while the other is mounted on the wall. At the foot of the king bed is a small sofa bed with a couple of cushions. Facing the bed is the TV, as well as a round table with a couple of chairs. The TV might be a little too small if you're watching from the comfort of the king bed, so the viewing experience is probably better if you're on the sofa bed, which is closer. Close to the entrance and right outside the bathroom is where you'll find the complimentary mini bar. And here's the mini fridge. One interesting design feature of this room is that you can slide open this door next to the bed to reveal the bathroom. There doesn't seem to be a way to lock it either, so like it or not, it's there. Sliding the door closed when inside reveals the nice large mirror in here. next to the sink are the amenities provided by the hotel. There's no bathtub in here, but the shower stall and toilet are separate and enclosed, and for the toilet, you get additional privacy with a frosted glass door. In the shower stall, there's no rain shower, just a shower head. There's also a cubby hole in the wall where you can place your own soaps and shampoos. In case you didn't bring your own, here's what the hotel provides you. On the other end of the bathroom, there's also a place to park your luggage, a safe, additional pillow, ironing board, clothes hangers, and bathrobes. Odd as it may be to say, the bathroom is probably the nicest looking part of this hotel room. Well, on to the balcony. Apparently, 140 Singapore dollars a night only gets you a room with an inward-facing view rather than a sea view. That said, this view isn't half bad. A tranquil-looking garden, a kid's playground in the distance, and a couple of tennis courts surrounded by lush greenery. What do you think of the room? Is it the standard you'd expect of a 5-star hotel? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you're finding this video useful so far, please remember to like and subscribe. After checking in and resting in our room for a bit, it was time to grab a bite. According to this handy little postcard we received, there are at least a couple of restaurants here. An Italian bistro serving authentic Italian cuisine, and Kampong Restaurant, which is actually where the breakfast buffet is served. We decided on Kampong Restaurant as they seem to have a wider variety of cuisines to choose from, as you can see from this menu. Our table was as close to the beach as you could get. That's Kampong Restaurant right there, and that's where our table was. That's how close we were to the beach. And this was the view we were blessed with as we dined in the restaurant from that table. And speaking of dining, here's what we ate. Our total bill came up to 30 Singapore dollars. Reasonable or overpriced? Let us know what you think in the comments below. After our meal, it was time to explore the hotel. As you can see from this Google Maps screenshot, there are 2 swimming pools here. We started off with the one closest to the Kampong Restaurant. There's Kampong Restaurant in the background, and here's the pool itself, which actually looks a little small. Looks like there's a poolside bar here as well. And over here, there's an even smaller and shallower pool, which I guess is for kids. Here's one more look from another angle. And now let's go take a look at that other pool, which looks bigger here, but let's see how it looks in person. It is quite a bit bigger actually. Here's another angle of this bigger pool. And another. And one last one for good measure, this time from the 3rd floor of the adjacent building. And if you're staying at this hotel, you wouldn't want to confine yourself to the swimming pools. The beach is where it's at. This is Teluk Cempedak Beach, possibly the most picturesque beach in Kuantan. Here's a 360-degree panning shot while standing on the beach right in front of the Hyatt Regency to give you an idea of what it's like to be here. And I guess that's how one might justify the price tag it costs to stay at this hotel. It's most certainly not the rooms, nor is it the food or the pools, even if they are somewhat decent. Rather, it's the easy access to this beautiful beach. For kids, there is an open-air playground here, but given the weather and lack of shelter, it was probably too hot to play during the day as we hardly saw any kids at this playground. The hotel also doesn't advertise a kids club, but we did stumble onto one, albeit a small one, while walking around somewhere near the first swimming pool. Between this one here and the one at the Swiss Garden Beach Resort, there's simply no fight. If a kids club is high on your list of priorities as a traveler, then Swiss Garden is hands down the winner. The spa and gym are apparently located in the same place. Here's the gym. And And while we didn't go to the spa, here's a look at one of their exclusive offers. Alright, that concludes our review of the Hyatt Regency Kuantan Resort. We have slightly mixed feelings about it. We like the beach here and maybe the kampong restaurant since it has such a great view, but that's about it. The price, 140 Singapore dollars per night with no breakfast and a room with only an inward-facing view, compared to $120 for the Swiss Garden with breakfast included and a room with a sea view. And the room itself here at the Hyatt Regency, would you consider it to be the standard you would expect of a 5-star hotel? Well, I won't go on lest it starts to sound like I'm complaining, but you get the picture. Money isn't easy to earn, at least for most of us, so if you're going on holiday, you'll want to make sure you get the most bang for your buck. That's what we aim to do with our videos, and hopefully this video helped you with that. Next up, our review of the Swiss Bell Hotel Kuantan, another hotel to consider if you're planning a vacation to Kuantan. Thanks for sticking around till the end. Remember to like and subscribe. See you again soon.